jest. America's no best. We love explaining what's best for you, even if we ain't got no clue. Amerispaining with Walter. Hey!
Welcome to Amerispaining with Walter. And I'm your host, broadcast legend Walter Brohahahaha. They assured us they had stopped the spread, that the worst was over. Just do this one last thing for me, no need to bother reading it. Tricking them into believing that a rotting pile of orange bologna hawking a green pile of rotting bologna would be a piece of cake. And it was. But eventually the green rotting bologna hardened to stone like a brand new quartz kitchen countertop that slowly eroded into dust, blowing away in the dark, dank breezes of bad policy. Jesus H. Matilda, I sure sounded like a broadcast legend with that intro. So here I am, sitting on my comfy veranda at my comfy cabin overlooking my comfy lake, just outside of Chagrin Falls, North Dakota. It's hotter than Hades, but having spent time reporting from places as hot as this, well, then at least I don't have to put up with the constant crackle of small arms fire that always seemed to accompany it. Except, of course, for the occasional band of militia yahoos over on the other side of the lake brushing up on their marksmanship. Nope, I don't miss it at all. Anyway, I'll be using a lot of big words in this episode. So let's get started, shall we? But before I forget, let's give a shout out to Chile and Fiji. Thanks for the comments. And don't forget, as always, we have a whip dinger of a musical piece near the end of the episode, tangentially related to the theme of the episode. So hang in for that, and please like, subscribe, and comment. Ha! There they are again, Homeland Security Roundup helicopters, still flying overhead 2 or 3 times a day, but I'll bet they'll be moving on soon, though. You can always tell because the local produce shelves are almost empty, while the church pews are full. Even after all the hoopla, I think Trump is still running behind Biden in deportations. To be honest, I haven't checked lately. There's really no question that the debate and passage of the big, beautiful bill caused a spike in cases of Cynispinesism syndrome, that deadliest of political diseases, hitting congressional Republicans right where it hurts, in the lower backbone, where the bundle of nerves that connects part of your body to your brain gets pinched, causing normal thoughts of logic, reason, and critical thinking to originate from out of your ass instead of your brain, bringing right-wing party hacks and media shills to their knees, causing the wallets of right-wing donor-class billionaires to be stuck in the open position, providing the Maga crows with unlimited amounts of grease so that the wheels of democracy keep turning. Kidding, of course. And this go-round is way worse than the last go-round. And we can't lay the blame on China. And God help us, we're certainly not going to find any cure from RFK Jr. or the 6 people still left doing scientific research at Health and Human Services. Very entertaining to watch before the final votes. Many in the majority, even the hardcore mega crows, swearing up and down that this bill is so flawed, there's no way I'll bend to the will of Donald Trump unless blah, 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 not this time, blah, blah, the American people, blah, 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 blah. Oh, the president wants to see me in the Oval Office. Gotta run. I'll be right over. More serious faces in the chamber than a Shakespeare tragedy. More indignation than being on the losing end of an arm wrestling competition. And after they all caved and the bill passed, more simpering, whimpering, and out-and-out blame, shame, pandering. Same spiel as from the guy who sold you your brand new Cybertruck. So, when you elect a president who has no idea what's in his own bill, threatens and insults members of his own party for not voting for it, and convinces his own party to lie about it to its base to stay in the good graces of said president, or the absolute worst, to be so shamelessly cynical that you're invested in the well-being of billionaires at the expense of the average American, and to shamelessly sing his praises on Fox News, even while at the same time calling him crazy in private conversations with Democrats. That, my friends, is classic Cynispinesism syndrome. So let's get on to the next big word, right after the break.
Amerispaining with Walter. Hey!
So here it is, the next big word, pareidolia. P-A-R-E-I-D-O-L-E. No, sorry. P-A-R-E-I-D-O-L-I-A. Pareidolia. There's a couple of different ways to pronounce it, but since you've never heard of it before, the give a shit meter is barely moving. Pareidolia. Think of it as an image of Jesus on a dog's ass, or Jesus on burnt toast, or a dog's ass on a fluffy cloud, or Donald Trump on a dog's ass. FYI, it was only after I saw images of Donald Trump on 10 or 12 dogs' asses, say that 3 times, that I thought I better look it up just to make sure I was, not crazy. Anyway, pareidolia occurs. See, I've already changed the pronunciation. Pareidolia occurs when the human brain perceives an image interpreted from random visual data. In essence, seeing something that doesn't exist. Think Man in the Moon, the Shroud of Turin, or an arrangement of canine anatomy and fur coloration that could be Trump or Jesus. To the Maga crows, it doesn't matter. Both smack of divine gesture, which of course they spread all over Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, faster than a wildfire in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan. Maybe you can't spell it, but you sure can smell it. Jesus H. Matilda, I need a nap. So that's the Maga crows for you, seeing things that aren't really there. But here's the good news. It gets even worse. Zoom out a bit from pareidolia and you get apophenia. Or as Donald Trump would say, apophenia from China. Which happens when a human brain finds patterns of meaning from a wider range of random, meaningless data. Imagine a dog's ass that some not only see an image of Donald Trump, but they also swear the swirls of fur are telling them what gas prices will be like 3 months from now. Now that's a whole new truck of turnips. And all this time you thought your grandfather and crazy aunt were delusional morons. Turns out, they more than likely suffer from apophenia. And off the top of my head, I think the best example of mass apophenia is the whole QAnon deal. A movement afflicting millions in America who, with cult-like fervor, feed the army of internet tricksters claiming to be the only experts able to interpret the latest revelations from an entity that isn't even real. But what they all have in common, though, is the complexity of the logic used to figure out the message. Circular, pretzel, deductive, symbolic, modal, and of course the one that's most popular with the Maga crowd, fuzzy. None of it holds water, but I guess that's not the point. I have noticed that although the QAnon phenom has calmed down quite a lot from its peak, remnants remain. Maybe the message just got too complicated. We know the Maga crows like a simple message and small words. I mean, normal words like constitution, compassion, sobriety, they just fly in one ear and out the other. Some of them might twitch a bit if they see, say, gerrymander, but if they split it in half and sound it out, they definitely catch the drift. So to recap, when faced with a crowd of elected sycophants suffering from cynispinesism syndrome, along with a healthy dose of apophenia and pareidolia, we must all do what we can to not lose our shit over the daily shit show in Washington. And I gotta admit that over the last 6 months, I've tried to stay positive waiting for the madness to calm down. But admittedly, not everything in my life is headed south. There's a few bright spots, some small silver linings. My mood usually hovers between ecstatic and morose. Not too high, not too low. I did spend some time trying to nail it down, a little bit more specific. My 2025 semi-happy mental state. Not that it really matters. Optimistic? Yeah. Confident? Upbeat? Maybe. Assured? Not really. Bullish? Hard no. Cheery? Bright? Buoyant? Nope. Then it hit me. The word is sanguine. S-A-N-G-U-I-N-E. A word rooted in Middle English that pops up in the 1951 film version of A Christmas Carol called Scrooge, starring Alistair Sim. It's also a great reply for people who you're not in the mood to talk to. Say you run into a casual acquaintance. How you doing today, Walter? Oh, I'm feeling pretty sanguine. Thanks for asking. Cut to casual acquaintance, cantering off in the opposite direction. If you need a visual, survey the faces of a room full of Starbucks clientele. That, my friends, is sanguine. And maybe in 2025, sanguine is all that we can hope for. But at least it beats the hell out of morose. Before we head off to this episode's genius musical piece, I just want to comment on legislation that just passed that I think will have a profound effect on America. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting is in the midst of shutting down because Trump was able to convince the Maga crows that PBS is a liberal cesspool that deserves defunding. So they did. Even though PBS is responsible for many of the best early childhood education shows on the planet, a ton of expertise went into the scripting and production of those shows. And let's not forget the science-based content and celebrations of American cultural heritage. Learning from billions and billions, or Bill Nye the Science Guy, or Ken Burns exploring the Civil War, jazz, and baseball, to name a few. Recognized the world over for excellence. When you leaf through the list of Trump's White House action figures, it's pretty obvious which ones never watched Sesame Street. And unfortunately, by dismantling the Department of Education, public broadcasting, canceling university grants, the low-educated will soon become the no-educated, if Trump gets his way.
Welcome to our special weekly broadcast from the Holy Church of Simple Concepts and Small Words. Today's featured guest speaker, the esteemed and beloved Senator Forsyth W. 1 by 10 points. We join the service in progress. Senator?
And then the beloved esteemed prophet Jebediah Hoshaphat said unto them, you can have porn or you can have damnation, but you can't have one without the other. Can I have a porn and damnation? Porn and damnation. And furthermore, wasn't it our sainted President Ronald Reagan who distinctly said, if you're explaining, you're losing. The words we should all live by. And the easiest way to explain something is to use simple concepts and small words. So anytime you run into a godless Democrat using a lot of big words and talking about stuff you can't make head nor tails of what the deuce they're talking about, ignore them. Because we all know that second and third order thinking is the devil's due. And all those four-syllable words like constitution and consequences, reconciliation. Y'all want fries with that? The choir will now sing a song of joy and inspiration, while the rest of you put your last dollar in the collection plate. Feel threatened accordingly.
Hum, and so the Maga crow doth say, to no one in particular, but not in Latin, some strange language I don't want to know. What ingredients are in my salad dressing?
Many syllables,
Too many syllables,
based on Latin root words.
Why is this Gregorian?
When my uncle's name is Randy.
It has nothing to do with anyone named Gregory.
Or Brandon, or Billy,
The
or
8-year-old
Tim.
who mined the gold in my fiancé's engagement ring won't tell me the cost. Is very simple, harmonically and thematically, like a country and western song, only from the 1450s. Just tell me when Amazon places it at my door.
Ring, 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 ring.
I don't want to know no more.
No more, no more, no more, no more.
Sang by goobers and hayseeds and rubes on syndicated TV, who derive meaning from the unmeaningful. Keep it simple, keep it stupid. Don't ask me if I'm opting in or out.
Opting out.
We are stardust, we are beholden, we are sheep to trump the golden. Don't ask me if I want to buy more email stories.
Hallelujah,
'Cause I'm not sure that this is even a proper second verse. I think I will, because I don't want to have to delete. Sheep don't have a clue about the musical verse structure of our forefathers. The many thousands sitting on a server farm in rural Nebraska. Ask a sheep if they're plural or singular. They will only shrug sheep shoulders. A concept I can understand, because they use a simple term that I can understand. A shaggy, shrugging sheep sweats slowly, sheared for seashells by the seashore. Say that 3 times. Say that 3 times. Say that 3 times. Say that 3 times. Not an establishment or center. Just a place that sucks power from the grid. Owned by private equity. Unauthorized personnel not allowed. Who derives meaning from the unmeaningful? Keep it simple, keep it stupid. Keep it simple, keep it stupid. So saith Q.
Well, that was a little bit dark, wasn't it? You'll have to excuse me. I gotta go make a couple of phone calls. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just heard the future of pop music. Even though it takes 2 or 3 listens to get the full meaning, I'm pretty sure you'll agree it's representative of the times we live in. But let's lay the blame where the blame is due. That dumb son of a bitch, Blaine Selkirk, he wrote and performed the whole episode, sang everything, played everything, talked everything, and when he takes a break, he even goes and gets his own coffee. And he has been pretty dark lately, so there's that. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all that kind of stuff.
Broadcast legend. Walter trotted the globe, facing trials of Job to bring the news to your home. His ex-wives hate him so. Chasing after headlines from Taiwan to Iran. His plug-in shaver still ran on to 20 or 1.